Hi.
That was disgusting.
How are you? Everybody, go on, do what you gotta do. Go on, do what you gotta do.
That's disgusting.
Go on, do what you gotta do.
Somebody come check the dog, please. Make sure he ain't just throw up on the ground.
So, hey, what's going on?
Okay, thank you. Hi. That was disgusting.
Welcome to the Tuesday, May 25th, 2021 edition of the Midday Motivation. Hi, make sure you say good morning or hello when you come into the room. If you are determined,
showing the goods.
You done? If you're determined to have a productive day, go ahead and put a boom in a comment feed. Hey, Aunt Iris. What's happening? How are you, man?
Hi, Iris.
It's good.
How are you?
Good to see you all on today.
On today.
On
today.
No, on Midday Motivation today.
On today.
Not on today. Makes no sense whatsoever. All right. We're in Psalm. If you're determined to have a productive day, put a boom in the comment feed. I don't know if I said that.
The tubes of you.
Yeah. Okay. No, your tube of you.
Okay.
What was I going to say?
You already said if you're determined to have a productive day.
I did.
You just.
I was going to say something else, and I can't remember.
Don't know what that is.
Psalm 92. That's where we are today.
We are
today. There it is. We're there. Cool. I see a few of you all are in the room already. Make sure you say hello and good morning when you come in.
Don't be rude. Say hi. Your mama told you to speak when you come in.
At Psalm 92 is where we begin to really study or look at Israel's hymn book. So from like here forward is really where we begin to see the songs to the Lord, if you will, the songs that are within the Psalms. All right, and so that's where we begin to look at today. Even the heading here in the New King James says, "Praise to the Lord for His love and faithfulness." This is a song for the Sabbath day. So, in other words, this is a song that you sing in Sabbath day worship. All right. It was like every Sunday song. So if your church has "This is the Day" is it every Sunday song, or I don't know, Lion of Judah, whatever, is it every Sunday song? This is the song that they would sing every day. This Psalm 92 says a lot to me because I remember in 2001 when I was in Korea that I started to write a song, and the words came from Psalm 92. And so when I was reading, I was like, oh, wow, I remember that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Anyhow, there we go. So it says, "It is good to give thanks to the Lord and to sing praises to your name, O Most High." First of all, we must understand, let me say this, to declare your loving kindness in the morning and your faithfulness every night. We must understand that when we go to worship, worship is not for us. Worship is for God. Okay? So we shouldn't go to service and say, I'm going to go to worship and get me a blessing. No. I got to get my blessing. No. You will be fed through the word. But the time of worship and singing and all, that's to God. All right. It's hard for me. It's always been a tough thing for me because sometimes I'll go to a service and there'll be more songs about us or songs of encouragement or what have you than there are songs of worship. When you think about the songs that you sing, how many songs that you sing are really to God versus to each other? Right? I Need You to Survive is a good song, but it's to us. Like, I need you to survive. I pray for you. You pray, all of that. Versus you, Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. That's a song to the Lord. All right. And so when we're in worship or the time of praise and worship, that's a time where, we want to give God praise. We want to give God the glory that he is due, and do it on purpose, right? Not kind of, I slipped in and got
Willy.
just slip in,
willy-nilly,
and hopefully get some worship in. Nah, but it is that time of worship. Thus, you shouldn't be one to skip. If your church has a time of praise and worship, we do it at the Mount, but that shouldn't be a time where you skip. Well, praise and worship started years ago. It would be devotions started 7.
That's different from praise and
Service
worship.
Started 7:30.
I want to skip devotion.
And then later it became praise and worship starts at 7. Service starts at 7:30. Well,
it is one
the service
thing.
starts at 7, right?
Yeah.
And quite honestly, when you do that from a logistical standpoint, if you tell me one thing starts at this and one thing starts at this, and I don't want to come to this, I'm just coming for this time, right? But it's a time, it's where we worship the Lord. So when we're singing our songs, I heard one person put it like this: when we are singing songs, in worship, we are the music playing on God's iPod. Would God skip your song, or would he put it on repeat?
An old person said that.
No, it was years ago when he said it. Before there was iPhones, and it was just iPod.
It's not the pregame show.
It's not the. That's right. It's not the pregame show. It's part of worship. It's part of it. You should be engaged in that, just as engaged as we are when the word is being preached or ministered. All right. So it's not, and y'all know the line. Nobody should have to
pump and prime. Pump you up.
I ain't got to pump you up and prime you up. You should already be praised. Really and truthfully, it's the true statement. That when we worship God at home or wherever we are, when we come together, it should be even better, because now a group of us are coming together to do what we do when we're away from each other. We're coming to do that together.
God sets us up in the worship experience, because if everyone is worshiping individually, when we come together, everything that happens in the service has a purpose. So your call to worship is not necessarily a call for you to worship. It's a call for unified worship. The praise and worship is exactly that. It's a call for unified. So I'm going to use the word church service or our worship experience. It really is a call to the corporate worship experience as a continuation of your individual worship experience.
Absolutely.
But what I like about this is it's a song for the Sabbath day. And if the Sabbath day is made for rest, what this is saying is that even in your day of rest, there is praise and there is worship. There's not washing of there is worship and praise.
What was you ready to say?
I said there's not washing of the cars. There's not,
I'm like, what you doing? Okay, all right. Absolutely. Completely.
What do you think I was going to say?
I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought you were going to say washing cars.
Well, you just said you had no idea. You had an idea. You thought I was going to say what? Washing cars?
Yeah.
Oh.
Originally, when you first said it, and then when I fleshed it out in my head, was she going to say washing cars? But originally, I didn't know. All right. Rolling right along. Verse 3. On an instrument of 10 strings. What are you talking about? It's good to give praises to the Lord, to give thanks to the Lord and sing praises to his name on Most High, to declare your loving kindness in the morning, your faithfulness at night.
How?
On an instrument of 10 strings, on the lute and on the harp with harmonious sounds. If you're a person that doesn't like musical instruments, you're going to have a problem in heaven. I don't mean that literally, but I mean, we are God's musical instruments. Like the Lord has given us all The Lord has given us all a voice, right? Everybody's doesn't have to sing in the choir, right? But the Lord has given all of us a voice. When we use our voice just like the harp, just like the lyre, just like the. I'm not grabbing you. Just put my hand on your knee. That's all. With harmonious sounds. So use the instruments. Use those instruments to praise God. If the Lord has given you a talent to play an instrument, do you play your instrument to glorify God right now? I'll be the first person to put up my hand and say, I'm not, because I stopped playing it.
So you don't play it.
You know what I'm saying? But even when I did, it was more of focusing on the concert music, that kind of thing, but not really looking at it as, hey, God gave me this talent. How to use it for him. The older saints would tell you, if you don't use it for the Lord, he'll take it from you.
Hey, First Lady Lisa.
All right. It says, on an instrument of 10 strings, on the lute, and on the harp with harmonious sound. For you, Lord, have made me glad through your work. I will triumph in the works of your hands. How many works has God done? He always causes us to triumph. Oh Lord, how great are your works. Your thoughts are very deep. A senseless man does not know, nor does a fool understand this. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, huh? When the wicked spring up like grass, and when all the workers of iniquity flourish, it is that they may be destroyed forever. But you, Lord, are on high forevermore. So even when the enemies rise up and they look like everything's well, they're going to fall. But God is going to rise and be on high forever. For behold, your enemies, O Lord, for behold, your enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. Let God arise.
And his enemies be scattered.
Let God arise.
And his enemies be scattered.
Let God arise.
And his enemies be scattered.
And let God arise. Cue the music. But verse 10, but my horn you have exalted like a wild ox. I have been anointed with fresh oil. Everything that I have has been lifted up, like because of you, not because I lifted up myself. My horn, everything that I have has been exalted like a wild ox. So wild oxen, were used, and of course in various ways. But Lord, you lifted me up, and I've been anointed with fresh oil. Or I said the holy way, fresh oil. People get real holy, they say it like that. Oil.
Praying for you, First Lady.
My eye also has seen my desire. My eye also has seen my desire on my enemies. My ears hear my desire on the wicked who rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like a palm tree. He shall grow.
Wait. Let me just say this. Flourish like a palm tree might not be a big deal.
Let me finish it. And there you go. She'll grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Go ahead. Flourish like a palm tree.
That might not be a big deal to you. But when we went to Israel, in the middle of the desert were palm trees flourishing, and here's the thing, bearing fruit.
A host
of fruit in the middle of the desert.
Mm-hmm.
What is amazing to me is that the palm tree, I didn't realize, is resilient. Because while you'll go down, I never remember when we were in North Carolina, we would go to South Carolina and there would be palm trees everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different climate than what's in Israel in the middle of the desert. And they're still flourishing. And the difference is, in the desert, they were bearing fruit. That's enough.
In the dry place.
Bearing fruit.
Mm-hmm.
In the area that would be considered the enemy of the palm tree, they were producing, flourishing, thriving. That's it.
So here's the connection where he's making. Your enemies are flourishing. They're going to be destroyed. But God is on high forevermore. Watch this. You would think, to Dina's point, in the desert, they wouldn't have enough water, wouldn't have enough moisture. But even in the dry place, they flourish. Even in your dry place, they flourish. Flourish like what? Like cedars grow in Lebanon. Cedar trees are in Lebanon in that day. They huge. Plenty is all over the place. You can get cedar wherever you want it. And everybody knew that. The psalmist knew that. And of course, when he writes this, he says, listen, that's how you're going to flourish.
Like a palm tree.
Like a palm tree.
Righteous. The enemies shall perish, but you will flourish.
Mm-hmm.
You need to receive that this morning.
Hallelujah.
There you go. That's your word for this morning.
All right. Those who are planted, verse 13, in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. We were kind of there yesterday. If you dwell in the secret place of the Most High God, you will flourish because you're living and dwelling in his truth. And the truth is him. And his word is the truth. All right. The verse 14, they shall bear fruit in old age. They shall be fresh and flourishing. When? In the old age. What you laughing at?
It will be fresh.
I knew that's what she was laughing.
That's why they flourishing. Because they fresh. Go ahead.
To declare, why? To declare that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him.
That's going to be a covenant keepers retreat thing.
What?
They shall be fresh.
Psalm 19:14.
They shall be fresh.
Just call it the fresh retreat.
That was funnier than it should have been.
Retreating to be fresh. All right. Thanks, everybody. That's Psalm 92. See, you just keep it going. Okay. You're just reciting the Bible. I know. That's all. You just
a Bible for that.
The Bible. Yeah.
All right, folks.
The Bible for that. Glory. Yeah, fat and flourishing. That's the other one. Hey, Miss Taika. What's happening? Glory. Fresh and flourishing. Thanks, everybody, for being with us today. Yep. Make sure you join us tonight, 7 o'clock for Pause for Power Bible Study. We continue to walk through the book of Genesis. Go ahead to the website and get your notes, mcmbc.net. If you already have them, if you already had them, it's the same notes from before. Unless you didn't print them all out at one time, then you can go ahead and grab yours. I think we're in chapter 31, either 30 or 31 tonight, where we are at the place we looked at Jacob and Laban and Rachel and Leah and the trickery that went on. Yeah, you remember that again. The trickery that went on, and we studied that last weekend. So we're beginning to see what goes on with Jacob. And then, of course, eventually we'll get to Joseph, and it will carry out for the rest of pretty much the remainder of the book of Genesis. So make sure you're with us tonight, 7 o'clock.
Yes, our Cover Me Explosion that's scheduled for this Saturday will be rescheduled. Some stuff wasn't on Prime, so it won't be here on time. So look for a new date. I'm thinking, just look for a new date.
Soon.
Very soon. Yeah, I'm thinking next week.
Okay. All right. So make sure you join us then. And of course, tomorrow night, Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. primetime prayer, young adult prayer at 9:15 p.m. on the conference call line. All right. I'm gonna go, everybody. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. You'll be cleaning fish.
Yeah, from his catch. He went fishing Sunday. I saw all that.
Clean the fish.
And when Desi fry it up, tell her to just make me one sandwich.
Well,
That's fried up, just one sandwich.
and you can still log in while you clean the fish. Just have it on the side. Keep fillet and do your thing. And let us know when the fish is done.
All right.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a great day.
Please
remember
do.
this. We love you.
And you can do a thing about it.
All right. Grace and peace. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.